YouTube, Zaire Wade is officially back at it and putting in some insane work in the gym and is showing off his insane athleticism. And Jaden Hardy may actually end up going to play for college basketball. So let's break it down, get right into it. Now, first and foremost, Zaire Wade just dropped this insane video of him showing off his bounce in the gym. And I'm not gonna lie, Zaire Wade looks like he has gained a ton of bounce in these recent couple of months. Now check it out. Now when you see Zaire Wade going up and dunking the ball, man, that is impressive, and not a lot of players can really do that and have that type of bounce. And I've thought always that this dude has a lot of bounce to him. If you guys even remember, he actually did a little dunk challenge with Russell Westbrook back in the day, a couple months back, where him and Russell Westbrook actually did windmills. And man, Zaire's was looking very impressive, I gotta be honest here. Now Zaire Wade, of course, recently actually also posted a video on his Instagram, and man, we gotta take a look at this. Now Zaire Wade is gonna be a point of criticism just because he is the son of an NBA player. When I saw this video, this was very interesting. Now, it talked about all of the type of criticism. If Zaire Wade has a bad game, for instance, only scores maybe 2 points, 4 points, or doesn't even score, and he ends up coming home, and the type of things he sees on social media and the type of criticism he receives, especially for a kid his age, is tough to deal with. I think whenever you have to look at these high school players, man, at the end of the day, a lot of these guys are just kids. You have to look at them and see what type of lives they really live outside of the basketball court. Now think about even somebody like Bronny James. Man, if he doesn't have a good game, you guys are coming for him, saying he's overrated at his neck. And what do you think happens with Zaire Wade? It's the same exact thing. So whenever we look at these players, you got to take into account all the criticism and really all the things that they go through. Now, of course, Zaire Wade does have some privilege being the son of an NBA player. Of course, we can't get over that, but it does come with a lot of other things to it. Now, Zaire Wade, of course, averaging 4 points per game at Sierra Canyon, but was playing well back in Miami. I think he has a lot of talent and a lot of potential. But even one of my comments on the recent video that I made about Zaire Wade, it stated that he should just try to go to college, and that's going to be where he can show if he's really NBA ready or not. He's actually in this middle point right now at Brewster Academy, but really moving forward and going to that college level would really show us and expose him. Is he really ready or not for the NBA? I think Zaire Wade has the potential to be an NBA player, but one, we got to take a look at his height. Now, this dude is not that tall, maybe 6'2", 6'3" is probably stretching it at this point. And he's not the most athletic player either, but he does have some bounce. So I think there are going to be a lot of obstacles for him to get to the NBA. Now, of course, like we continue to keep saying, Dwayne Wade did take a minute before he really blossomed into the player, into that legend that we all know as today. But Zaire Wade could follow in those same footsteps. But another comment had actually stated, and I really agree with this, man, the majority of NBA players' sons do not end up very good. Now, let's just being honest here. Look at somebody like Seth Curry or Steph Curry. Man, that is not the majority. That's definitely the minority. Look at somebody like Jordan's son, for example. No one even really knows too much about him. He did play basketball. He does have a couple of other sons, but I know one had went and played, and he really was not the best player out there, and he was definitely not like his father, which it's tough to see, but that's the hard pill that you have to swallow. Now, do I think Zaire Wade is going to be like that? Definitely not. I think he definitely had a ton of more talent and a lot better base and foundation to his game than a lot of other NBA players' sons. He's doing pretty well in my opinion. I think Brewster Academy, again, it's a good place for him to develop, work on his game. But man, there's going to be a point in time where you're going to have to decide, is Zaire Wade really NBA ready, or is this guy just going to have to end up doing something else? And I think he has the potential for sure. He's putting a ton of work into his game. And man, we're just going to have to see when he does get to that college level. Now, of course, college basketball, there have been plenty of players that are his size that have dominated the college game. But what I'm really worried about for Zaire Wade is the NBA level. Of course, college, I think he will be able to hold his own if he just stays in the gym. And he seems like he's very motivated to get better and improve on his game. And I'm sure all of the haters help him do that. But the issue with NBA, of course, is one, his size, his athleticism. And you have to have a really good IQ to be able to be on the court and hold your own and keep a spot. Man, we don't want to see Zaire Wade actually end up falling maybe from the NBA to the NBA G League, because you guys know, of course, it is tough to get out of that situation. A lot of draft picks nowadays end up going to the G League, but if you stay there, you guys know the contracts that they receive in the G League are not going to be as good as the ones that they may receive in the NBA if they do get there. So we definitely want Zaire Wade to take his time with this process, but man, it's definitely a possibility that this dude could do very well in the very near future for sure. Now, you guys let me know in the comments down below, where do you think Zaire Wade is going to go after Brewster Academy? What college is he going to go to? Is he really ready to make that next move? Let me know in the comments down below. Next, Jaden Hardy, on the other hand, may actually end up going, instead of the NBA G League, which everyone has predicted, to college basketball. And this is shocking to me, but we have to really take a look at what is going on with the NCAA. Now, first and foremost, the biggest issue here is time. Of course, Jaden Hardy is waiting a very long time to say where he's going to go, what school he's going to commit. But some recent news has talked about how much Jaden Hardy could potentially make if the NCAA actually does allow their players to make money off of their name. Now, Jaden Hardy could potentially be making over $100K yearly through endorsements and through that revenue, and I think that's pretty good for a college player. It would also impact the college game, and I think a lot of these top recruits and top players would be more likely to try to go and stay in college. Think about it, if you're making some type of money in college, you're probably more likely to stay 4 years, get your degree, because you're not going to be fiending for money and fiending for whatever you want on the other side, since you are getting paid directly from your own name, which it's crazy that you can't get paid from that as of right now. Now, of course, we're only talking about 100K, where if Jaden Hardy does decide to go to the NBA G League, man, you know he's going to be getting the bag there and getting a ton more money in the NBA G League, which it really does seem like that's a great option as well for him. Now, with that being said, I think Jaden Hardy, in addition to this, if the rule that he could go straight from high school to the NBA was put in place, I think he would be a player to take this route. Now, the reason I say this is because I think he's so dynamic of a high school player as of right now. There are not a lot of players on his level, being that he's around 6'4", 185. He was ranked second in his class, McDonald's All-American, of course. Had offers from all the top programs. You guys know Kentucky, Kansas, Florida, all the top schools, and actually won Gatorade Player of the Year for his respective state, and was averaging 30 points per game. If you're averaging 30 points per game, doing your thing on the court, man, I could see him, his build and his type of play style really working well in the NBA. Now, he even teamed up with people like Joshua Christopher, aka J-Gup, and Jalen Green back in AAU on the EYBL circuit, and you guys know that is going to be a tough team. They were out there destroying guys on the court, and that's why I think he is so ready for the next level. Of course, if he's played with such high level competition in high school, I think he would have no problem going straight to the NBA. Although it may be a stretch, I think this guy is probably one of the best players in high school basketball, no doubt. Now, it's too bad that rule hasn't really been put in place for him to go straight from high school to the NBA, but man, I think it would be a scary sight to see him try and do that. But honestly, it's tough. He's going to have to decide it. Does he want to go to college or the NBA G League? And if he's able to make money off of his name, it may change things for a lot of these highly recruited players. Do they want to try to go to college and get their education, or just end up going to the NBA? But it's definitely gonna be a tough decision for him. Personally, I still say he is going to the NBA G League. I don't see him going to college basketball. This guy's going to the league and trying to get his bag, no doubt. You guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about Zaire Wade's new bounce? Do you think he's putting a ton of work on his game? Is he ready for college basketball or not? And Jaden Hardy, where do you think he is going? Is he going to the league right away, NBA G League, or is he going to try to go to the college route where, hey, you may be able to make a little bit of money off of your name? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, get a notification every time I upload a new video. Till nature mode.